Hello everybody. It's a little bit difficult to see all the bulls here because they're hiding in the maize. But anyway, yeah, I was just this is my first time checking on them after the long weekend away. Family. Nice to get away and not think about work for a few days. But straight back now and thinking a lot. So this herd, there's a couple of breeding bulls in here. I think there's 4 which are not currently with the cows, including that black one up there. There's a big Angoni, the black and white one. There's another Angoni red one and a black one. And then the young feeder bulls, which should go to the feedlot at some point. Now, while I'm just standing here, I'm looking at these guys, looking at the prices this year in Zambia. Beef price is doing very well. It's come down a little bit in the last couple of months. Dropped a little bit, but I think it'll go back up again at some point. But feed costs, maize bran, wheat bran, sunflower cake, maybe not everywhere in Zambia, but certainly where I am right now in Makushi, the prices have dropped very well. So it makes sense to feed some animals. And usually these ones this size would only go to the feedlot for me next year. Just the way I have a deal set up with my father. But it might just be beneficial for him and for me to get rid of them a bit earlier this time and send them now. So I'd say they're probably, on average, I could find like 200 to 250 kgs. And if I can get a truckload of them, maybe I'll start feeding another pen. Then it will reduce the number of bulls in this herd, so it's easy for the herdsman to watch because there's no wire here. The smaller ones like the Angonis I wouldn't put in the feed pen, and obviously any that I'm thinking of keeping for breeding I wouldn't feed up. But these Borons and Tulis, they're good size, so they're ready to go into a feedlot. Some people put their cattle straight from weaning into a feedlot. For me that has never worked. They're just finished, especially the Boron, just puts on fat, and once it reaches about 380, that's a big animal in the feedlot. Whereas if you keep them a year and then feed them, you can get them up to 450, 470 even. But yeah, I would put these in. If they're 230 now, you might get 400 or somewhere there after 120 days feeding. I haven't decided completely. It also depends on my father. Does he want to run another feed pen now? Is it worth it? I think it is. This is 2354 from Ngwerere, Ellensdale farm. What do you think of him? A bit hard to see there. He's not very friendly. But he was the youngest of 3 that I bought. The best one was bitten by a snake within a month of being on the farm and died. Hopefully he made a few babies. The other one was quite good, but I sold it to my uncle and aunt. And then he's the last one left. I'll use him for another year, 2023, so he'll be 4 years old when I finish with him, and can still get good value by selling him on to someone else, probably, if not even higher than what I paid for him, at least what I did pay for him, because he's still got a long life of breeding ahead of him. Yeah, so these are the young bulls. I got to think, are they going to go to the feed pen now? Reduce my numbers on this herd, although we will wean. It's probably another 20 young ones will come to the pen. And then the Angonis, I won't feed them yet, they're too small. But like this guy, that's a nice Tuli. He'll do well in the feedlot. I'd say he's about 230 kgs at the moment. We don't worry about weaning weights and stuff because we keep everything all the way through till slaughter. It works for us. So yeah, like I'm gonna wean in a day or two, in a week or two, and I would guess that our weaning weights are between 150 kgs and 200, nothing massive. All these improved breeds, unless you've got a huge feed source, cheap supply of feed, they actually should be termed as genetically handicapped cattle, because you wouldn't be able to keep them the way I'm keeping them. Not without spending quite a bit more money, I would suggest. Here's the other breeding bull, Ngoni, 400 kgs of pure power. I say that tongue in cheek because probably for other breeds that's very small. But like I say, for this system he's perfect.